Hi everyone, welcome back. This is my third project for Kitaholic Kits for the month of March. And if you had seen this kit beforehand, you would know that I was going to use this rainbow paper because I am absolutely obsessed with it. But it was a lot of rainbow. And I knew I wanted to tell this story of Emma and Justin going to visit Hammer Barn here in Australia. Now I'm going to go on a tangent, so you can just watch me do the layout, and then while I do that, I'm going to just talk here about Bluey. So I'm sure that many of you know that Bluey is like the it thing for kids, and Emma is obsessed with Bluey. There's an episode in Bluey called Hammer Barn, and this is based on a real life hardware store that we have here in Australia called Bunnings. And it's very obviously based on that. And one of the running jokes is that Bunnings employees know exactly where everything is. And so if you watch Bluey in America, this is like, it just captures what Bunnings is. And so they had, in the month of February, they had like Hammer Barn and Bluey did like a collaboration where they turned Bunnings in a state into a Hammer Barn. And you could go and you can buy the gnomes that you see in Bluey, and they had like Bluey merchandise. You can take photos of Bluey. It was just like a whole thing. And so one morning my brother messaged me and he's like, did you know that they're turning this Bunnings into Hammer Barn? And literally within 15 minutes, Justin and Emma were out the door to go and experience Hammer Barn. And Justin was really excited to get the garter gnomes from the show. He'd been wanting them for a while, so he was really happy that they could sell those. And then they got the hat as well, and sadly it was a kid's hat, and that made Justin very sad. But it was a whole experience, and it was just really, really fun for the two of them to go and do that together. So of course, with this being a very rainbow bright, heavy photo, I decided I needed to use this rainbow paper, but I wanted to break it up a little bit. So I'm creating these two sort of strips, and one strip to house each of these sets of photos, two little photos and one big photo. And I'm matting them on just like very thin chipboard just to make them a bit solid. And I also added the doily, that's what it's called, the doily, to the top and the bottom of these two photo clusters. And then I'm adding my title. So the title is Happy, but if you can tell, like, it says Happy just above where it says Hammer Barn in the photo. So I kind of thought it sort of made it like look like Happy Hammer Barn, which I was like, yes, that's perfect. So that's kind of what my title is, and that's why I had that title there. I was talking to Jess about like what can be a Bluey themed title, like a Hammer Barn themed title, but really ultimately I just decided to go for what we got in the kit, and it worked out really well. So then, to bring these two sides together, I am going to embellish the sort of inner portions of these two strips, which you can see me do now, mainly with these hearts, but also with these little enamel stars and dots. And then also I think I'm going to use stickles and something else, like these little puffy stickers that we got in the kit as well. I'm going to add my journaling to this little bit right here, and I have a fair bit to say, so I'm making my lines quite thin. And I think I mentioned in a video a few weeks ago that I'm trying something different where I'm speeding up my videos more, but I'm going to cut less out of them. That way you can see the whole process, but you're not going to get bored, because I tend to get bored watching things too much. But so what you might notice is that this video is sped up super fast, but I've not cut anything out, I think, except for like maybe doing some distressing, or yeah, I think that's the only thing I cut out. But generally I am leaving every single thing in this video. So that's why it's taken like about 45 minutes for me to do my journaling on camera. Now, I love how this looks. It's very bright. It's very happy. It was exactly what I needed. But towards the end, you'll see that I felt like I needed to sort of like wrangle it all in a bit. And so I am going to take just a pink pen. It's like quite a thick pen, or a purple pen, I can't remember. But I'm just going to go here, you see it. I'm just going to go around the outside and just create a bit of a border, which I feel like tied it all together. Anyway, that is it for me for this layout. I love how it looks. I love how bright it is. I love how it just like tells this story. Yeah, it's just perfect. So thank you very much for joining me. I will see you all again next week for another design team layout. Bye.